The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball. WLCN's live stream coverage is sponsored by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Dara Entwistle, Independent Health Insurance Agent, advocating for you, your family, and your company. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Unlock the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank and save money on the things you're already paying for. Open your account today in branch or online at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located at 616 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-605-0171. Emo's Cafe, Lincoln's family restaurant. Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385. Schneider Masonry, family-owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Simply Traveled Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum Amy Wagers-Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, generational travel, Disney, all things cruises, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Traveled is so much more than cruises. Call Amy at 615-961-6474 or go online to simply-traveled.com. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball.
guys in double figures, and they've got a talented sophomore, and I think I'm pronouncing it right, Jaden Lloyd, who's about 6'4", 6'5". He's one of the touted prospects in the St. Louis metro area, and only a sophomore. That'll be a kid to watch. He only had 8 points on Monday night, struggled a little bit from the field, but that's a kid they're expecting big things out of. A lot of scouts are watching.
Well, they really got up and down the floor, too, against when they took on the Vikings from Danville. So we'll have to see. The Railers got beat back a couple times, especially early on in that game on Monday. The Railers will have to continue to get their tails back on defense.
Something a little unusual, Josh. We'll have to get used to it tonight. It's not the shot clock. It's the fact Lincoln's going to be wearing the road green on their own floor.
Yeah, it'll be different, and we just hope now that the visitors tonight have got more points at the end of the game than the home team. 10 minutes and 45 seconds. We're going to kick it back to studios for a quick one. We'll be back here in the Ground Incorporated pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Welcome back to Railer Nation at the 34th annual Eaton Electrical Round Robin Thanksgiving Tournament, as the Railers come into the contest with a record of 0-1 on the season, taking on the Maroons from Belleville West. Champaign was Monday night. Belleville West, the Maroons from Belleville West, 1-0 in the tournament so far. We'll run down the scores in the tournament so far. There were games going on yesterday, but the Railers were not in action. Belleville West took care of Danville on Monday, 73-39. Lincoln fell to Champaign Centennial 48-44, and down in the St. Louis area at Cahokia fell to Belleville Althoff 87-81. On Tuesday, Mount Zion was victorious over Cahokia 64-55. Althoff took care of Springfield High Tuesday night, also 69-67. And over at Danville, Champaign Centennial improves to 2-0. They won over in Danville 66-61. Just a little bit ago, Mount Zion was a big winner over Springfield, which brings us to our game here tonight during the Ground Incorporated pregame show. Josh Komnick along with Jay Harden and Lloyd Kirby manning the camera here, and it's just, we got off to a decent start the other night, Jay, and those were kind of back and forth pretty much all game, and Clark kind of kept them in it, obviously, and then the last 2 minutes, the Railers really got, I thought, out-hustled for some key possessions. I think we had a turnover down the stretch there, and then Clark hits that big three in the corner unneeded. They were up 2 with about 30 seconds to go, and he put the nail in the coffin over in the corner. This is a team that in Belleville that you don't want to get behind, dude, because they're super athletic and quick. We've got to have a good start and not let this transition of the Maroons get going.
No, and I, that three truly was the nail in the coffin, because you thought maybe you get the ball back and you've got a chance to at least tie the basketball game and send it into overtime, or maybe even win it on a three. But he really did put the nail in the coffin there. Hey, I noticed that Frank Sanders is not in his warm-ups tonight. It makes me a little nervous, thinking maybe he's not going to play.
Well, yeah, he's not going to play, that's for sure. He's got street shoes on and a regular T-shirt. So, he came out of Meet the Railers only maybe played a minute less and was hobbled by a knee, and I don't know if that's what has caused it. Obviously, a guy was a big-time contributor on the football field. Hardly ever came off the field, so his legs are a little worn out. So Frank probably getting a night's rest with some possibly that knee, and it's a big loss too. Obviously 6'5", 230 pounds underneath. I think Frank finished with 6 points and 4 rebounds on Monday. So a loss loss. But as you say, as things go throughout the season, somebody's got to step up. So I think you can see, does Coach put Horn and move him to the back and start, or does Tungate fill in and move Komnick or Smith to a back position? We'll find out here in about 6 minutes left here in the warm-ups.
And that is a heck of a decision that coach has to make, because if you move Gabe Smith to the back, you get quicker back there, but you lose quickness up front.
Yeah.
And where do you want the quickness at? Do you want it in the back? And Gabe's going to be much smaller than Frank, so you're going to lose size.
Right.
You're going to gain quickness, but if you take him out of the front, you're losing size and quickness up front.
Yeah, a decision that was probably looked at a lot, especially didn't help that we got out rebounded on the defensive end, and needs some size and some strength down low. So we'll see who will fill in for Frank, as he looks like he's going to take the night off. That's going to wrap it up for us here on the pregame show. After a word from our sponsors, Jay and I'll be back here in Lincoln to bring you the play-by-play action as the Railers take on the Maroons. As always, a big thank you goes out to all of our sponsors. This has been the Josh Komnick Grau Incorporated pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
To go whenever you are, just let us know.
Okay, I'm going to count you in 3, 2, and we're back.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Railer Nation, and welcome to exciting Lincoln Railer basketball live from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. It is night 3 of the 34th Eaton Electrical Tournament. I almost said Elite and Electrical Round Robin because I'm an old guy and used to be that way. Yeah, used to be the round robin format. Jay Harden, Josh Komnick alongside Lloyd Kirby manning the camera. And Josh, Lincoln 0-1 coming in here. Belleville West 1-0 coming in here. Lincoln looking to make up some ground in their pool here by a win tonight over Belleville West. We just saw Mount Zion, a team that we could see in the postseason put up some big numbers against Springfield. Lincoln Custer with 32 points. They won without Trimble, the kid that's going to the U of I, and apparently he is not playing this year. And J.C. Anderson, their big center, they're both getting ready for the state football finals on Friday up at Hancock Stadium. And I'll tell you what, this may be the first time I've ever heard of a Thanksgiving tournament having two teams in it playing for state titles between Belleville, Altoff, and Mount Zion.
And you talk about some talented basketball players, but also obviously talented football players. You have Mount Zion, the kid that's going to Illinois, Trimble. Anderson's got 40-some offers for everybody in the country wants him. But you go over to Belleville, Altoff, their running back and their best basketball player is going to Oregon. He's a running back going to Oregon, and they've got another Power 5 guy on the defensive or offensive line. I'm not sure which one. So you get a chance to watch them on Friday. Both teams play Friday, so Coach Alexander said he had to move the schedule where I think Altoff is now going to play early in the morning on Saturday so they can maybe get to a TV at least, or maybe they're going to – is it in Champaign or is it in Redbird?
I was thinking it was up at Hancock Stadium.
So they might have a chance to play and then get up there and watch. And likewise for the Mount Zion Braves, their basketball team can maybe get up to ISU and watch them and then come back and play. So some rearrangement. But yeah, you're right. Some basketball talent, but man, there's some football talent not here this weekend.
So looking forward to tonight's basketball game between the Lincoln Rail Splitters and the Maroons from Belleville West. They will not meet in the Christmas tournament. That's Belleville East that plays down at Collinsville. Belleville West goes over to Centralia, and Lincoln will return to Collinsville one more time. Don't forget the girls. Lincoln girls play up at Morton at 5 o'clock on Friday night. The JV at 3:30. The varsity will play at 5 o'clock, and that'll give you plenty of time after that varsity game to get back here to watch Lincoln Friday night against Danville.
Yeah, it should be a good one up at Morton, too. Obviously, two of the last probably 10 years, it's been Lincoln and Morton dominating girls basketball around here. It'll be a good one.
Yeah, there's no love lost between those two programs at all.
Yeah, we've put it to them for the last couple of years.
Let's send it back to the WLCN studios for a quick 1-minute timeout. When we come back, Josh will have the starting lineup for tonight's game. You're listening to Railer Basketball on 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. Back, Railer fans getting set for the starting lineups between the Belleville West Maroons coming into the contest with a record of 1-0, taking on your Lincoln Railers 0-1 on the season. The Railers will be back in action on Friday as well. Full slate of basketball on Friday, 3 o'clock Mount Zion and Belleville Altoff, 4:30 Cahokia and Springfield, 6:15 Champaign Centennial and Belleville West. And the Railers taking on Danville at 7:45.
So far in the tournament, Champaign Centennial is 2-0, Belleville Altoff 2-0, and Mount Zion 2-0. The Railers look to stop Belleville West here going 2-0. Getting set for the starting lineups. The Railers will be the guest on the scoreboard, but we're going to announce the.
Plug it in, it'll come on.
We're going to announce the
whole team on the scoreboard tonight. They represent the Southwestern Conference, and they start tonight.
Belleville West Maroons.
6'2" senior.
First man out, 6'2" and a senior, number 1, Tashawn Gage.
Number 3, 6 foot and a junior, Micah May.
6 foot and a junior, number 3, Micah May.
11, 6 foot 1 and a junior.
Number 11, 6'1" and a junior, Nicholas Hankins Jr.
6 foot 5-inch junior.
6'5" and a junior, number 21, Isaac Jones.
Number 24, 6 foot 3 and a junior.
And 6'3" and a junior, number 24, Cameron Lowry.
Maroons under the direction of
Head coach of the Maroons is Mr. Alex Schobert. Get set for the starting laps here for your Lincoln Railers as the Lincoln Railer hype video going on. We will have a different starting lineup than we did on Monday as we saw Frank Sanders in his regular street clothes during warm-ups. Frank probably with a small injury. I don't think anything happened a whole lot from the other night, but probably a tired legs coming off of the football season and right into basketball. Again, the Railers 0-1 on the season. They fell to Champaign Centennial on Monday by a score of 44-48. Cameron Kurtz bringing you the starting lineups here. The Bulls theme music. Josh Comnick along with Jay Harden and Lloyd Kirby on the camera. Again, the Railers will be the visitors on the scoreboard. So when Lloyd gives you that shot, make sure you're looking for the Railers. First man out and new into the starting lineup. 6'3" and a senior, number 1, Horn. Blake Horn. 6'5" and a senior, number 30, Hayes. Drew Hayes. 5'10" and a senior, number 12, Miller. Brady Miller. 6'3" and a junior, number 5, Comnick. Carson Comnick. And the leading scorer from Monday night, 6'2" and a senior, number 3, Smith. Gabe Smith. Of course, the Railers head coach Neil Alexander, assisted by Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Bird Farmer, Josh J. Mac McClellan, Zach Dom, and Gary Rademacher.
Again, Lincoln with a record of 0-1, Belleville West 1-0 into the beginning of the 2024-2025 season. And Chicago Street Rentals about to bring you the opening tip here from Roy S. Anderson. Belleville West moving from right to left as you look at your radio dial, or if you're watching the TV set or your iPad, the streaming going on here. And Lincoln to move from left to right. Isaac Jones, a 6'5" sophomore, already out at center circle. Raylor still around coach Neil Alexander. And Josh, it's very good to see Ewald back on the bench.
Yeah, we talked about it on Monday. You're right. I mean, there's a lot of things to be thankful for and during this season, and one of them is Coach Ewald and his fight that he took on and is doing a very good job. And the players, Coach Alexander, our crowd, our community, from the basketball program to the baseball program to our student body, everybody's glad he's back.
Hayes around the screen against the Belleville man-to-man, in trouble, gets it to Smith. Smith thought about the three, goes corner, Comnick. Comnick against the Belleville West man-to-man, they go around the horn outside, horn in the corner. Out front, Miller. Comnick, top of the key, three, up and no good. Rebound comes off of there to Micah May, the 6-foot junior. May was in double figures on Monday night against the Lincoln Trap out front. May looks, right wing between the circles. Goes in the corner to Cameron Lowry. Lowry back out front to May. They go left side to Sean Gage. Gage, May. Looking inside. They're looking inside for somebody. They get it back out front. They go baseline to Jones. Jones back out front. Shot up by Lowry and hit it and got hit at the same time.
Yeah, you're right. And it was a pass right from the baseline right up to the top, and Comnick didn't get there in time. And great start for Belleville West. A 3 to go down.
Lincoln the weave. Smith nearly traveled the basketball looking for somebody. Gets it out front, Horn. Horn goes down the lane, kick to Comnick. Comnick in the lane, up 10-footer, up and no good, and get called for the travel. Alex Schobert, very animated over on the sideline. We're 6:47 to go, and that was only a 2 by Belleville West earlier. They've taken one off the board.
All right, foot on the line. My buddy Ryan Cross would always say that's the worst shot in basketball.
Ball on the floor, nearly recovered by Comnick. Lowry's got it, gets it back to May. May slows the action down. They're about a 1-3-1 set against the Lincoln zone. Lowry goes down baseline. Jones up and good and got fouled from behind. Jones got in behind the Lincoln defense, got the pass, laid it up and in, and the foul, I believe, was on Blake Horn. It was Horn's first, team's first. And Cameron Lowry going to the line for the traditional three-point play. Up and no good. Rebound, ball on the floor, tapped out of there. Ball out of bounds. Who's it? Oh, and they say it was off Gabe Smith.
Well, another rebound, a long rebound on the free throw, and the Railers can't regain it. So nothing going right so far. 4-0 Belleville West, and they're going to get a chance to score here again.
West to inbound in front of the Lincoln student crowd. Lowry in trouble on the baseline. Throws it way out front to Hankins. Hankins to May. May out front between the circles. Left side Gage. May. Gage. Lowry. Lowry, 3 on the way. Left wing up. No good. Rebound. Horn gets it out of there. And here comes Lincoln the other way. Miller across the timeline. Lincoln will set up the offense. Miller, spin dribble. Back out front, Smith. In the corner, Comnick. Comnick out front, Hayes to Miller. Comnick. Horn. Horn in the corner, Hayes. Out front, Miller. Miller, 3 on the way. No good. Rebound, Paul out of there by Hankins.
By the Railers, 2 of 14 on Monday, Jay, from three-point land. Start out this game 0 for 2.
And Josh Good looks at the basket.
Yeah, we're just not getting him to go down. Seems like the other teams are, though.
Lowry goes baseline, Jones. Jones, a big kid inside. Jones against Hayes, throws it up, no good over the bucket, and Horn the rebound. Good aggressive play by Blake Horn. Under the basket's got himself a couple of rebounds. Brody Miller out front between the circles. Goes left side. Horn out front, Smith. Here's the Comnick. Comnick around the screen. Drives in. 10-foot stop and pop up and no good. Rebound Hankins again, the big rebound. Head quickly to May. May in the corner. Lowry, 3. He stepped out of bounds.
Jeez, you can ask for a better look. Comnick with a nice pull-up jump shot. It got right to the lane. You just got to put him in the hole now. Railers really struggling here to get on the board.
Right now, Lincoln 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from three-point land. Belleville West 2 of 4. 4:49 to go here in the first quarter. And a fresh 35 on the clock. And Josh, you know, the clocks, we've seen it in tournaments, but it doesn't really come into play that much.
No, you haven't. We were sped up maybe once the other night.
Comnick, baseline, nice drive, 5-footer, good.
Well, that's something you got to do. I was just getting ready to say, Jay, Comnick not off to a good start this year, but you got to go get a layup or a couple free throws to get yourself going. And I like his aggressiveness there. Probably could have shot the three, but knew he hasn't been really on from there. Let's go get an easy basket. Maybe that'll get him going.
Gage now out front, goes left side. May, three on the way, good. Micah May with the three.
Baylor's just not getting out on shooters quick enough. I mean, there are a couple passes, not any screens or anything that's going on. They're just passing the ball out, and Baylor's not contesting three quick enough.
7-2, the Belleville lead. Smith right in front of us. Hayes, nice fake. Hayes down the lane, kick out to Horn. Back out front, Smith. To Horn in the corner. Horn looked at Miller cutting. Nope. Good. Oh, and a bad pass, and here comes Belleville the other way. Tried to get Comnick to cut her and threw it ahead of him. In the corner, Lowry. Lowry nearly traveled the basketball, gets it to Jones, and a push on Hayes. Now, Josh, I got to ask you, and I'm getting a little dig in here, but how can that be a foul on Hayes when your son was knocked across the half-court line and got called for a backcourt violation?
Yeah, I saw that. It was really physical the other night. I thought, actually, I don't complain too much about the referee now that I'm wearing some stripes every once in a while, but it was over the top on Monday.
Julius Edwards in the game for Belleville, and the turnover goes to Lincoln. Here comes Smith the other way. Smith against Edwards, out front Hayes. Goes out front to Miller. Lincoln resets their offense. Miller, Hayes, right wing. Hayes out near the volleyball line looking for somebody. Smith the pop out. Smith going to go down the lane. Gabe Smith, layup time, got it! Gabe Smith with a nice aggressive move.
Well, and if you're not going to get it from the outside, you got to start making some moves to the basket. And Gabe Smith and Comnick with a couple nice drives here to get the Railers on the board.
7-4, the Belleville lead. 2:51 to go. 22 on the shot clock. They go right side Lowry. Lowry out front May to Edwards. Edwards, nice bounce pass inside Hankins. They go to Jones. Boy, they're passing right. His precision inside up, no good by Jones. Fight for the ball, and what's the call here?
Yeah, about over the back. Good job by Horn and Comnick underneath. The guy underneath the basket didn't call it, but guy here out of the perimeter called a box out or an over the back and a push. So good job by the Railers on that board. Let's go get a basket here and get a little closer.
Foul on Cameron Lowry, and he's going to take a seat. That's his first. Or excuse me, foul was on Isaac Jones. That is his first. Smith going to take it right down the lane, split the defense, and missed the bunny, and a foul on Comnick, I believe. Comnick with the push from behind. Ricky Salmon, the third in the ball game, and Belleville got a whole lot smaller for Salmon for Jones. They lost a lot of height,
yeah.
And it'd be nice to see if Lincoln can take advantage of that. Out front, Edwards. Now they're going to spread the floor just a little bit. Edwards, Salmon. Out front, Gage, Edwards. They go baseline, Lowry. Lowry, ball batted away. Good defense by Lincoln. Blake Horn inside. And Belleville will have the ball underneath their own basket.
Yeah, Tungate will check in for Miller to give Brady a break out at the top of the 1-2-2.
Belleville to inbound. Looking. They get it into Gage. Gage out front, Hankins. Hankins to Edwards. Micah May trying to come back in. Ball inside Hankins. 10-footer in the lane. Lefty up, no good. Rebound skied for, and Hayes comes out of there with it. Hayes quickly up the floor to Comnick. Comnick down the lane. 5-footer. Good! Oh, and the official waved the basket off and says it's on the floor. And Coach Al is not happy.
Yeah, he took the bump and then got to the basket. I don't know if it wasn't too far away. It looked like he took the bump and went right up for the shot.
I guess we got to remember this is the first few games for the officials as well. Well, there's probably better. You'd probably get better as the season goes on, wouldn't you think?
Oh yeah, no question.
Lincoln inbounds the ball. They get into Smith. That's 3 fouls on Belleville here in the quarter. Minute 45 to go. A fresh 35 for Lincoln. Horn. Comnick. Out front, Smith. Tungate, long three, up, no good. Didn't even look good getting out of his hand, and the ball goes to Edwards, and here comes Belleville the other way. Stolen nearly by Tungate. Ball knocked away. Belleville recovers. Micah May quickly in the corner. Salmon throws a long pass out to Edwards to May. Belleville West awfully small in there right now as Cameron Lowry out of the basketball game. Out front, Hankins. Edwards, the three, up, no good, it's short. Rebound, Hankins went up and got it. Is he going to get called for the foul?
Yeah.
Yep.
Over the top of Tungate, and a good job by Brody of getting the maroon on his backside. And it probably doesn't happen if Brody doesn't go up high for the rebound. Probably no call there, but good job by Brody of boxing out and then going to get it.
Josh, it looks like we're seeing extra effort this first quarter by the Railers on the boards, getting position.
Yeah, well, you have to.
Hayes, three on the way, bang! Chris Coyne State Farm free from Drew Hayes, and that ties the game at 7. 43 seconds on the clock, 32 on the shot clock. Belleville cannot hold it for the last shot. They get the ball. Ooh, almost a backcourt violation.
Really close.
Edwards out front. Looks like they may hold for one shot. 17 on the shot clock, 26 on the game clock.
Yeah, they can't hold for the last one.
Oh, stolen by Smith. Ball on the floor. Smith comes out of there with it. Smith. Oh, and ball batted away by Belleville. It'll be Lincoln basketball with 17 seconds, and the shot clock is off.
Yeah, good hustle by Gabe. He brought that instinct from the football field and went right to the floor to get that fumble and save the possession for the Railers.
Some extracurricular activity going on out there between Smith and May. Let's not get into that because the second guy always gets caught.
Right.
Tungate in the backcourt, left-hand dribble, goes to Comnick, left wing. Comnick looks, gets it to Horn. Horn out to Hayes. Hayes, nice pass inside Comnick, up and good! What a look by Drew Hayes and a cut by Carson Comnick. Counted in the foul.
Yeah, good job by Hayes. Kept his eyes up, and I'm glad he didn't panic. It was getting close to the end of the clock, into the quarter, and Hayes, with plenty of time, knew exactly how much time was on the clock, found Comnick underneath, and Carson strong enough to get the layup to go and go to the foul line.
Up and good by the junior. 10-7 the Lincoln lead.
Yeah, no stupid fouls here.
May, a 50-footer at the gun, threw it almost over the shot clock. At the end of one quarter, it is Lincoln 10 and Belleville West 7. We're going to send it back to the WLCN studios for a 1-minute timeout.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Back at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, Jay Harden, Josh Comnick, and Lincoln has taken a 10-7 lead after one quarter. Josh, Neil Alexander's got to be happy with the effort of his young Chargers here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jay. More conscious effort to get some box outs on the defensive end. We've gotten a few calls for us with the Maroons going over our back to go get a rebound. So you're right. I even talked to Bird in the hospitality room right before we got to the game here, and he said we just didn't have a lot of fire. We're going to go win this thing, and it's a little bit different story here so far tonight.
Lowry goes right wing Hankins. Hankins right in front of the Lincoln bench, and Greg Alexander telling guys he wants their hands up. May, left side Lowry. They look in the corner. Hankins. They're watching Hankins. He had a big game on Monday night. In the corner they go to number 4. That's Jaden Lloyd, their big sophomore. Lloyd in the basketball game. Lloyd thought about the three. Going to go inside. Ball batted away. Nice defense by Lincoln. Ball on the floor, and they've got a break. They got numbers. Here they go. Connick up and good.
Yeah, good job by the defense. A tip away, which led to a steal by Tungate, and Tungate did a great job of keeping his eyes up. Carson run the floor, and to get out and run and get an easy one.
They pass it over the zone. Left wing May. Out front Lowry. Poston Hankins there at the free throw line. Out front, May, nearly a backcourt violation here, lost the basketball. May goes inside Hankins. Hankins, nice baseline pass into Jones, up and good. 12-9 the Lincoln lead. 6:48 to go here in the half.
Yeah, too easy. It gets right from the free throw line, right down to the short porch.
Tungate picked up his dribble, got in a little trouble, gets it to Smith, back to Tungate. Tungate, left side Comnick. Comnick out front, Hayes. Lincoln being patient here, looking for somebody. They get the horn. 3 on the way, looks good, and got knocked down, no call, and the ball was an air ball, went over the bucket. Here comes Hankins the other way. Hankins, Lloyd, ball batted out of bounds into the cheerleaders, and it will remain Belleville basketball. Miller back in the basketball game for Lincoln as Connick's going to take a little bit of a breather. Lowry goes in the corner. Hankins, baseline pass, ball batted out of there. Jones recovers, nice block by Hayes. Here comes Smith the other way. Gabe Smith, head up dribble, goes down the lane, stops, looks, nice 8-footer, up, no, didn't get the roll. Ball batted out of bounds by Smith, and it'll go Belleville's way. Josh, he thought about passing it out into the corner, and then the C's parted there.
You're right. I thought he had a couple of shooters, one in the far corner, one right in front of us, that I thought he was going to kick to, and then he kind of got that wide open lane to go to the hoop.
May into the front court, gets it out front. Hankins between the circles. Lowry. They go in the corner. Lloyd, nice pass inside to Jones. Up, no good. Hankins went over everybody, got the ball up and in. Hankins is not very tall, but he's got some muscle to him, and he went right up and got that basketball. 12-11 the Lincoln lead, 5:34 to go in the half. Hayes, the dribble, gets it to Horn. Horn kick to Smith, out front, Miller. Miller thought about the long three, didn't take it. Gets it to Smith, layup time coming up and good.
Yeah.
Gabe Smith can get to the rack, Josh.
Yeah, turned that corner, and he went from left hand right to right hand and got back to that right hand layup and was able to get right to the basket. So big layup there by Smith. But the Raiders got to shore up the defense on the other end, Jay. We're giving up some easy baskets when they're getting it to that free throw line and then passing it straight down to the block. I think just some miscommunication there.
Me Realty, whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or go online to merealty.com. You know, we forgot to do the Me Realty list of the game, but I imagine we probably covered that. You know, rebounding, effort, getting some shots down, probably the keys to this basketball game for Lincoln.
We still haven't got. I guess we got 1 3 down from Hayes, which was basically a replica of Monday. Hayes hit that one in the first quarter on Monday, and then I think Miller got one in the third quarter, and that was it from the three-point line.
Belleville, the length of the floor to go. The Lincoln defense is set. Hankins gets it into May. May, cross-court pass to Gage. Back to cross-court pass to May, and they go back out front, Hankins. Gage, right wing. Out front, May between the circles. Lowry, right wing. They try to go inside. Ball batted away by Lincoln. Good defense between Horn and Tungate, and they knock it away. Hayes came out of there with it, gets it back to Tungate. He'll bring it across the timeline. Left-hand dribble, goes to Miller. Miller comes through the screens, right wing. Miller looked inside for Hayes. Hayes was double-teamed, nothing there. Back out front, Horn. Horn, bump going down the lane, and they did call the foul on Jaden Lloyd.
Yeah, good job. It looked like Horn was had maybe an angle to the hoop, and Lloyd said, "No, you're not. I'm gonna foul you before you get there."
And Lloyd's got a few pounds on him too. That was a pretty good hit.
Yeah, he's a good-sized guy.
Miller looking to inbounds. Horn's posted up inside, and they go the long pass to Smith in the backcourt. Smith across the timeline, going to try and get to the rack. Nope, kick out to Horn. Hayes. Tungate, Horn, Smith, back out front, Tungate to Horn, Miller.
There's not a lot of cutting, guys got to get going something to the basket. We've got basically 5 guys.
Nice fake by Miller, took it in, got in the trees, kicks it back out. Hayes in the corner, Horn, no way, didn't even get close. Another air ball. Lowry quickly up the floor to Lloyd. Lloyd going to bring it across the timeline. Goes in the corner, May. Out front, Lloyd. Gage, the three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebounded up in the air for it was Tungate. Took it away from Hankins. Tungate across the timeline. Lincoln resets their offense. Out front, Smith. Smith to Horn. Nice move by Tungate, lays it up and good.
Yeah, good job of clear out on that one side. You know, we've seen Keon do that a little bit last year, Jay, on that play. You clear out one side, everybody's kind of concentrating on the other side of the floor, and Tungate just puts his head down and gets to the rim.
Brody Tungate with the nice move. Lowry in trouble in the baseline, nearly stolen away. Almost a travel block by Hayes. Ball on the floor. Hayes has got it, and here we come the other way. Hayes quickly ahead to Brody Tungate. Tungate slowly across the timeline. Lincoln resets the offense. Comnick about to come back in for Lincoln. Hayes out front. Smith, nice pass. Ooh, and led Hayes a little bit too much, and the turnover is going to go back to Belleville West. It was a good thought there.
Yeah, and it was open. You know, just a little bit better pass, and Hayes got a layup.
Edwards and Salmon come back in for Belleville West. Edwards still in the back court. Now they get into the front court. Edwards in front of the Lincoln bench, goes in the corner. May back out front. Edwards, Salmon, Edwards, Salmon looking inside, nearly threw the ball away. Lloyd, the 10-foot turnaround up, no good. Rebound, and Miller had position, and I believe Edwards is going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, he had position, although I'd like to see Brady go get the rebound. You know, at most referees, if there's not displacement, and I don't know if there was a whole lot there, Brady's still got to go for that board, and it was a definite over the back. But a good job by Miller on the box out.
I tell you, Josh, I've noticed that we're getting a body on somebody tonight.
Well, it's much different. We're getting a body on him, and you don't seem to get out hustled, it doesn't seem like.
Hayes out front, going to drive down the lane. Knocked a couple of people over. Comnick comes back out of there with it, looking for somebody in trouble. Comnick back out front. Hayes to Smith. Hayes, and Lincoln going to reset the offense. Tungate tried to drive in. Ball slipped away, and he fell down. And here comes Belleville the other way. Edwards threw the ball into the cheerleaders, and it'll go back to Lincoln's way. Some sloppy play here, Josh, in this part of the second quarter.
Turnover by the Railers, which the Maroons throw it right back to us. So, you know, sometimes you got to let Brody and Miller get a break from bringing the ball up. Let Comnick bring the ball up a little bit more.
They go in the corner. Smith, he thought about the three. Could have had a drive. Kicks it back out. Miller out front. 23 on the shot clock. 2 minutes on the game clock. Hayes, look for the cutter. Gets it to Smith. Smith going to drive baseline. Little spin move. Got bumped. Throws it up. And no good. And I'm not sure the official was going to make the call there, Josh.
And the guy down here was kind of right in front of him, too. And I was curious. And I was also curious if he was going to give him 2 free throws. I thought maybe it might have been right before the shot went up. But the official is going to give him 2. So Gabe going to the line, which Gabe was one of our better free throw shooters on Monday. If you could, there wasn't a whole lot of it. But Gabe did put some free throws in on Monday. The first one up for Smith, up and good.
Smith up and good. That makes it 17-11. Lincoln. Josh, one thing I've noticed about this team, they seem to be fairly adept at drawing fouls.
Yeah, we shot a lot of them. We just didn't make them, and Smith knocks down the other one, the second one. Gabe was 6 of 8 on Monday night, and we only made 10.
Right now, the foul situation is Belleville 3 and Lincoln 0 here in the second quarter. Edwards out front, 20 on the shot clock, minute 36 game clock. Lincoln up 18-11. Turnaround by Lloyd, missed it. Rebound up in the air for it, and got smacked was Comnick. Comnick back to Hayes. Drew across the timeline, gets it to Smith. Smith going to drive the lane again, up and good!
They're just scrambling. It looked like Belleville West was scrambling. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know what defense they wanted to be in, and Smith goes right to the hoop. So a nice little run here by the Railers. Put him up 9.
Alex Schobert with a full timeout. Let's say about a few more of our sponsors. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauincorporated.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butter Burger. Well, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. All that custard out there, too. Stop by before or after the game. Well, I guess I'll stop by after the game now. Yep. Located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Hey, I'd take my family there for Thanksgiving if my wife wasn't cooking something tomorrow. Collision Concepts, located at 1005 Macon Street, just off Woodlawn Road, west of Culver's. 217-735-2100. Find them online at collisionconceptsincorporated.com. Dara Entwistle, your independent health insurance agent, advocating for you, your family, your company, located at 101.5 South Kickapoo, Suite 6 in Lincoln. Call 217-651-8046. Josh?
Field goal percentage, Jay, 8 of 16 for the Railers, 50%. Just 1 of 6 from 3, but 3 of 3 from the free throw line. 10 rebounds to Belleville East, 9 rebounds. Right now the Maroons shooting 5 of 17 from the field. They've only made 1 3. They're 1 of 5. So the Railers doing a good job of putting layups in, basically. I don't know, we've hit that 1 3 by Hayes, but other than that, it's been all layups.
And Lincoln 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Belleville's only shot 1 free throw so far in the first half. Edwards out front. May, right wing. They go into corner. Hankins. Back out front, Edwards. 20-11, the Lincoln lead. Minute 2, ball knocked away again. Coming out of there with it was Salmon. Ball knocked away, and here we come the other way. Tungate nearly lost the basketball. Nearly fell down, gets it to Hayes. Kick in the corner, Connick. Hesitated a couple of times. Back out front, Tungate. They go left side, Miller. Hayes looking to drive on Jones. Back out front, Smith. They look for the cutter, Connick. No. Out front, Tungate. Left side, Hayes bellied up by Jones. They go Connick free throw line. Looking for the cutter in the corner. There it is. Miller out of the corner. 3, bang! A Chris Coyne State Farm 3 out of the corner, and it's 23-11.
Yeah, good pass there by Connick. Delivered it right to the shooting pocket, but it's a nice set and a good screen down low.
Belleville still in the backcourt. Could have been a 10-second violation right there, but they get it across the timeline. 14 seconds to go on the clock. Shot clock is off. In the corner they go, Edwards. He's trying to push off. Look at that. Lincoln tying him up in the corner. He gets it out to May. Salmon. They go inside Hankins. Up and no good. Rebound, ball on the floor. Here comes Tungate. 70-footer at the gun. Oh, no. And at the end of one half, it is Lincoln 23 and Belleville West 11. We are going to send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we will have the Grau Incorporated halftime show.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball. WLCN's live stream coverage is sponsored by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Dara Entwistle, Independent Health Insurance Agent, advocating for you, your family, and your company. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Unlock the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank and save money on the things you're already paying for. Open your account today in branch or online at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located at 616 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-605-0171. Emo's Cafe, Lincoln's family restaurant. Chase Lowry, Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones Financial.
It's the Grau Incorporated halftime show here at Royce Anderson Gymnasium, where a lot of people traveling on Thanksgiving evening. And if you're listening to us on WLCN Online, or watching the YouTube stream, we welcome you.
Might even be on the Mixler app.
That's true, yes.
As they're driving to all over the country trying to get to their location for Thanksgiving, and you're helping. The Railers up 23-11. So far here in the game. We'll run through the scoring. First for the Maroons from Belleville West. They are led by Isaac Jones. Jones with 4, 3 for Micah May, and 2 points apiece for Nicholas Hankins Jr. and Isaac Jones. The Railers are led in the first half by Gabe Smith. Gabe was the leader Monday. He's leading so far here tonight. 8 points for Smith. He's 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And give Gabe one rebound. 7 points for Carson Komnick. He's 3 of 5 also from the field. 0 of 1 from the three-point line. 1 of 1 from the free throw line. And he's got a rebound and a couple assists. 3 points apiece for Brady Miller and Drew Hayes. Those are the guys that hit the 2 threes for the Railers, and 2 points for Brody Tungate. Again, the Railers here 23-11, Jay, and we saw kind of got this crowd into it a little bit. We got out on the run. We got some layups, and the defense has been pretty good as well.
Josh, the defense has been really good. I mean, the guards have really put a lot of pressure on Belleville. They're not letting them make that easy pass into the inside that was there earlier in the basketball game. And really got to be pleased with the effort so far here in the first half, both on the offensive and the defensive end. Instead of trying to settle for threes, a lot of guys taking the ball to the basket, drawing fouls, and making layups, and that's what you got to do.
Well, and we just, it helps when you're only giving them one chance of possession to score. You know, the other night we were giving them so many chances to score when we were getting out-rebounded on the defensive end. And, we played a good half of basketball. We've moved the ball. We've hit a couple shots. We've got a couple shots to go down. So, a good half. Obviously, get better. We've got some costly or some kind of easy turnovers, not necessarily caused by the defense. I think just throwing the ball away a little bit. But other than that, we had a pretty good first half.
Nobody in foul trouble either for Lincoln. Only 3 fouls committed by the Rail Splitters in the first half. Belleville with 7 fouls in the first half. One of the telling statistics, Josh, for me is the fact Lincoln has 11 rebounds and Belleville West has 9 at the end of the first half.
Yeah, you're right. And we, like I said, we've taken care of the ball. They've turned it over a little bit, and they haven't really gotten a lot going from the perimeter. They made that one shot we thought was a 3, but it ended up being a 2. And really that's been the only problem they had for us shooting a 3. They've gotten to that free throw line where they've dumped it down a few times. That's hurt us, but I think all in all the Railers have done a much more intense. I thought their intensity has been a little better tonight.
And I think too, Josh, we saw it. The Belleville West big kids were able to get in behind the Lincoln defense and get in between the backs on the defense a couple of times and got some easy buckets. And then it looked like the coaching staff maybe made some adjustments or simply reminded them of, to be aware that you've got somebody prowling around back there and to watch that pass coming in. And they've not made it an easy entry pass.
No, we've done a good job of really. I think one thing Coach Al is going to be worried about is just them getting the ball in the middle. They still got some size. They've been able to finish around the basket a little bit. But again, we've not been good in the last couple of years of coming out of half. The third quarters are a struggle for us for whatever reason. And, that used to be when I played that first 3 minutes, he was stressing that thing the whole time in the locker room. Let's bury him right now and don't give him a chance to come back.
Josh, I think coming out of halftime, if you were coach, wouldn't you like to get Drew Hayes with only 1 field goal attempt in the first half? You'd like to see him, a 6'5" senior, you'd like to see him maybe get a few more attempts because he can get to the rim. He's got a little bit of an outside shot, and he can draw fouls as well.
Yeah, I think it's coming in the flow, and Drew will get his chance. They've probably got one of the better defenders on him just from the scouting report from Monday. But Drew's done a good job. He found Komnick underneath for that layup and a foul. He does a good job on all areas. Usually his stats across the board on a game are pretty consistent. Double-figure points, 10, 12. He's going to give you that 4 or 5 rebounds, 3 or 4 assists, couple steals, and do that dirty work underneath.
Well, I watched Monday night's game, and I have to say the intensity just feels different in this basketball game than what it seemed like Monday night. You were here at the time, and you said, it seemed like they didn't have much of a fire on Monday night, but it looked like the intensity is here tonight for whatever reason.
Yeah, nerves. Remember, they're still 16, 17, 18-year-old kids that get nervous just like any of us do at anything. I think part of that has to go, and they got a game under their belt. They knew they weren't going to go undefeated after Monday, so that they don't have to worry about that problem. But I think just get back into playing basketball. They practiced for so long. That game was, didn't go our way. We couldn't find the kid that was hot, and he hurt us.
And he hurt Lincoln from way outside at times. I mean, it wasn't even close to the three-point line. It was way beyond it.
You're right. Yeah, they were not even close. And that stuff happens. Especially it happens when you play a zone all the time. One guy can get hot from the perimeter, and he did. But the Railers have rebounded like we knew they would. They were coming out more physical, more confident. They looked like moving the ball a little bit better, and let's keep it going. We got to have another good second half. We're going to kick it back to the studios. Be back with third quarter action. You're in the Ground Incorporated and halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare Open Enrollment? Medicare Open Enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Darrett Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Darrett Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Back at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, Jay Harden and Josh Connick, who's back from his snacks here at Roy S. Anderson.
Halftime fuel.
Right, halftime fuel. Lincoln up 23-11 here at the half. And again, if you just joined us, the shot clock is being used in this tournament. But as Josh and I have discussed, we've seen the shot clock in other tournaments, and it really has not come into play much during. I don't see teams really hurried up that much. They're running their regular offenses, playing their regular defenses.
I think what it helps the defense late in the ball game. As the Railers we've seen teams hold it for quarters at a time, and I think that's what stops it. In the flow of basketball and the flow of the game, I don't think it really pertains too much.
Lincoln the basketball to start the third quarter. Smith out front. Nearly traveled the basketball and threw the ball out of bounds. Miller cut one way and Smith threw it behind him and looked like a Bears pass.
Yeah. I've seen Caleb Williams do that enough this year. I don't need to see it out here.
Lowry in the backcourt to May. May across the timeline to Lowry. They go quickly in the corner. Hankins, nice move on the baseline. Kick back out front. May launches a three. Up, no good. Rebound. Smith in there, and Lincoln did a great job of boxing out.
Yeah, Hayes I almost had two guys boxed out by himself underneath there, and then let Smith come in and get it.
Hayes, Miller to Horn to Smith. Cutting Hayes. Hayes in the corner. Out of the corner. Miller! No, high off the board. And it touched the shot clock, went out of bounds.
Good possession there. A nice curl by Hayes. Got into the middle of the lane. Those are the plays I think he gets too unselfish with. He's 6'4", 6'5" underneath there. He's probably 5 feet from the basket. I know it's a good shot when you kick it out to Miller. I know Coach loves those kickouts for threes, but man, I like my chances of Hayes shooting a layup or getting to the foul line.
May just went in the lane, threw up a shot, had Railers all around him. It was a good defense. Thought they may have called a foul. They didn't. Hayes comes out of there. Great pass inside to Horn. Horn kick out Smith. Three on the way. Back of the iron. Rebound. Horn grabs it. Horn kick out to Hayes. In the corner they go. Connick. Three. Around and out. Went everywhere but down.
Yeah, he has not been able to get one to go this year. Great unselfish pass by Hayes as he drew and found Connick to wide open, and another one that was down and out for him.
They go inside Jones. Jones kick out to Gage. Back of the iron, no good, batted around, and Hayes comes out of there with it. And a nice tap in there by Connick as Railers fighting for those rebounds. In the corner they go. Nice drive, up and kick out. Connick, another three, left wing, no good, short. Ball on the floor. Gage comes out of there with it. Just a bit short, nearly stolen by Hayes. Here comes May to Hankins, three on the way, the lefty up and good. 23-14, the Lincoln leads. 6:05 to go here in the quarter. Miller across the timeline. Miller going to go down the lane, throws it up, no call, and they're going to call it out of bounds off Lincoln. Coaching staff not happy about that one. More unhappy with the players, it looks like, than the officials.
Yeah, I think so. Just kind of Brady got in there and didn't have anywhere to go with it, and didn't have his legs underneath him to shoot it. So turnover by the Railers, and we've had our chances this couple possessions in the first half.
Hankins drove on Hayes, and Hayes going to get called for the foul. He's not happy about that. Second foul on Drew Hayes, first on the Railers here.
These guys are a little tighter than we were as far as the officials, which I'm all for. I thought Monday was a bloodbath, but I'm all for this. But it's hard on the guys. You know, they don't which way they're going to go. Yeah, how hard they can go and what they can get away with.
May out front to Hankins. Hankins back to May between the circles. They go right wing Lowry into corner Hankins. Hankins throws it back out front. May to Hankins. Hankins a three on the way. Nice fake. Steps in. 18-footer. No good. Rebound. Hayes went up for it. And ball on the floor. And I think Smith's going to get called for the foul. Foul is on Gabe Smith. His first, team second of the third quarter. Lincoln struggling a little bit out of the gate here in the second half. 23-14 the lead. 5:20 to go here in the third. Out front they go to Lloyd. Jaden Lloyd in the basketball game. Lowry going to drive baseline. Stepped out of bounds and no call. And they threw the ball out of bounds, and it'll go back to Belleville West. Hankins in front of the Lincoln crowd, gets it into May. Micah May out front between the circles. Left side Cameron Lowry back out front to May. They pass it against the Lincoln zone. Hankins, May back out front. Hankins, Lowry three on the way. No good, around and out. Hankins the board, put it up, and that's going to be three on Drew Hayes. And the coach beside me is not happy.
Well, just standing and watching it again. You know, a guy dives right down the middle of the lane and gets an offensive rebound, and we got guys standing and watching. And we've done a good job of finding bodies. And there again, when you don't, boy, teams can hurt you. And that time Belleville West goes right in and gets it. More important, you know, even worse, it Hayes becomes his third foul.
Hankins misses the free throw. He'll have one more coming. Belleville 0-2 from the free throw line. Now 6 of 24 from the floor. Second one up, and it rolled home.
Hayes got to be really careful here.
They get into Miller. Miller against the Belleville press, quickly up the floor. Gets it up to Comnick. Comnick left wing. Comnick drives. Comnick layup time. Got it home. And could have got called for the foul against Jones, or Jones could have got called for the foul.
Yeah,
a lot of contact.
Yeah, you're right. I was one way or the other, and good job by Carson to be strong to get it up on the backboard.
9 for Comnick in the basketball game. Lincoln up 25-15. Lloyd drove, got it blocked by Hayes. Hankins comes out of there with it. Horn knocks it away, and Hayes comes out with it. Drew heads up dribble, looking for somebody behind the back. Nice dribble. Tried to go into Smith, and too many legs there, and bounced it off of somebody from Belleville.
Again, nobody's stopping you, Drew. Go right to the basket, and he just gets, I mean, I'm not, promoting being a ball hog or any means, or I like his unselfishness, but he's got to score for us.
Josh, I was always taught that if you got to the free throw line on the break and you had people beside of you, if you didn't dish it by the time you got to at the free throw line, you were supposed to take it on home.
Right.
Ball in, no. Hayes tried to go up with it, couldn't get it down. And Belleville comes quickly the other way. Out front, Edwards, three on the way. Left-handed shot, looked good, up and good. And that closes at 25-18. And what is the
timeout?
Timeout. We got a timeout on the floor. And it is a 30-second timeout for Lincoln. With 4:07 to go here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, slowly but surely the Maroons kind of cutting into this lead, as it was, 11-point lead at half, I think? 11?
That's just 12, 23-11.
Yeah, 12, so they're cutting into it by threes. We're getting 2s and they're getting 3s on this end, and the Railers got to tighten up and get on the line. We were just talking about the Maroons haven't shot very well from the three-point line, and they come out and bury a couple here to start the third.
Heartland Bank and Trust gives you choices with personal or business checking accounts that fit you. Good people, great account choices. Heartland Bank, member FDIC. So Lincoln up 25-18. 4:07 to go here in the third quarter. And Josh, as we talked about, Lincoln sometimes has struggled the past couple of years coming out of halftime, and they've struggled a little bit here, but it looks like the intensity may be picking up again.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, it has to. The Maroons getting a little bit closer than they were at half. So they're getting threes, the Railers getting twos. We got to shore up that three-point defense.
And if you're Coach Al, you don't want Drew Hayes picking up that fourth foul here in the third quarter. Smith out front, Comnick and Belleville trying to pick up their defense a little bit, get up on the Lincoln Rail Splitters. Miller, Hayes the cutter, Smith the cutter, and Hank is going to get called for coming over the top of Hayes, trying to kneel that pass. He knocked it out of his hands, but got called for the foul. That'll be the first foul on Belleville here in the third quarter, and I think that is 3 on Hankins.
Yeah.
It is, and he's going to have to take his seat. So that's one of their big-time players going out.
Not a silly foul, just to reach over the top of Hayes just to try to get it.
Comnick. Oh, what was the call? Was it 5 seconds or was it traveling?
5 seconds.
So a 5-second call, and Lincoln turns the ball over, trying to get the ball inbounds. Belleville has it in the backcourt. May out front, Gage. Gage runs the offense between the circles. Gets it to Salmon. To May. May in the corner, Gage. Gage had Jones on the baseline, throws up a bad shot. Salmon got the rebound, but in the trees, going to kick it back out for Belleville. Shot clock did not reset, so they don't know that yet. 14 seconds. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Ball did not hit the rim, and so the clock did not reset. Salmon, shot clock at 4. 3, they're going to try. Oh, nice block by Smith. Smith coming the other way.
Oh, stop. Go
Smith
shoot it.
layup time, got it.
Was it a gutsy play there by Smith? You go up and try to block a shot from a three-point shot right as the shot clock's going down, but he got all ball. Good thing he did, or Coach wouldn't have been very happy about that one.
May to Gage to Edwards. Edwards going to travel the basketball. Back out front, May. May against the Lincoln defense now gets it to Gage. Lincoln put a little more pressure on the ball handlers. No, and Horn ties him up. Blake Horn with great defense, and Comnick right there with him. And Belleville West is going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. But Josh, Lincoln up 27-18, and it looks like the intensity's picked back up to where it was maybe in the first half.
Yeah, we had to. They're getting too many easy looks, and then it was nice that Gabe Smith blocks a shot, grabs it, and then goes in and gets his own layup there for a big basket. So we got the lead back to 9, which is obviously a little more comfortable, but it kind of stopped their momentum a little bit too. They missed a couple threes, and the Railers got a couple rebounds.
Well, they have now made it a full timeout. They showed 30 at first. The LMH Community Health Collaborative, improving the health of the people and communities it serves. Chase Lowry, Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones Financial Advisor, located at 407 Keokuk in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office, member SIPC. And as a reminder, the Lincoln girls will play arch rival Morton on Friday up in Morton. The Morton tournament has been canceled. That's a home-and-home series. Morton will come to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium in early January. You don't want to miss either one of those games, but it's 3:30 for the JV and 5 o'clock for the varsity.
Weird that their whole tournament got canceled. What happened over there?
I think that some of the teams just didn't want to play. I mean, it was East St. Louis was one of the teams, and I can't remember who. One of the other teams was one of the Peoria schools. It just wasn't. And some of them, frankly, I think Champaign was one. Centennial may have been one of them, and some of the teams just really were struggling to compete and draw numbers.
Yeah.
And I think you get to a point you just say, hey, I've got to step back. Hankins back in the basketball game, misses a 10-footer in the lane, and here comes Lincoln the other way. Out front, Horn. Miller. Out front, Tungate. Smith. They get it to Horn. Horn's going to drive in, kick out Miller. 3 on the way, left wing. No. Rolled across the iron. Horn with the near foul on Salmon, and Salmon came out there with a basketball, gets it to Julius Edwards.
Yeah, this might be the first time, too, we've played without Hayes. And I know it's just our second game, but Horn and Comnick playing as the backs with Hayes with those 3 fouls.
Lincoln awfully small in there right now.
Yeah.
Ball on the floor. Good defense by Lincoln, and what's the call here?
I think he hit it with his foot. Yeah.
Yep. Kick of the basketball. It'll stay Belleville basketball, and the shot clock resets to 20 with the kick. It was down to 17. They throw it inbounds to May. May in trouble among three people. Ball on the floor. Horn gets knocked to the floor, and Belleville's going to get called for the foul. It's going to go against Micah May.
Bad sequence there by the Maroons. They had it down low and tried to pass it, then it got tipped away, and then the Railers, Horn grabbed it and then got pulled to the ground. So Belleville West going to pull up the pressure here against the Railers with Tungate and Miller trying to break it.
And folks, Belleville West had 4 guys in double figures on Monday night in their 73-39 victory on Monday night. And they're struggling right now just to get to the 20 mark here in the third quarter. Hayes back in the basketball game. Miller going to take a little bit of a seat. Minute 42 to go here in the third, and Drew going to have to be very careful not to pick up foul number 4. Struggling to get it inbounds. Gets it inbounds to Connick, and here comes Carson on the run to Hayes. Hayes almost traveled with it. Stopped out front by Lowry. Hayes, nice little spin move in the lane. Throws it up, got fouled.
Yeah, it looks like Hayes had a nice little spin move. I think he was going to pass it to Connick, who was in the corner wide open, but got fouled on the drive. Looks like they
called it on the floor.
Yeah, called it on the floor.
Second foul on Julius Edwards, and the third team foul for Belleville here in the third quarter. Nobody's gotten into that double bonus after 4 fouls in any quarters, have they?
No, not here.
They get into Connick. Connick out front. Tungate. Smith. They took Hayes back out. Smith. Connick going to drive down the lane. See parted, lefty up and good. Carson Connick recognized that the defense split, lays it up and in. He's got 11, and Lincoln up 29-18.
Oh, grab it.
Ball thrown away.
Go.
Miller picks it up. Miller in trouble. He needs some help. Miller needs help. Gets it to Horn. Horn's going to have to get it across the timeline in a hurry. Horn across the center circle. Horn, right wing, Smith. Gabe, 3 guys on him. Gabe now going to drive it in. Got held. Oh, and a jump ball called.
Yeah, Gabe got a little too deep here. Horn's man came over to help, and I think his intention was to pass it out to Horn. He just got too deep. His man came over and got the jump ball call.
55.8 seconds on the clock. A fresh 35 on the clock. Salmon across court Gage. They get it across the timeline without a dribble. Salmon out front Edwards. Will they choose to run the clock down? Oh, and Connick going to get called for the foul trying to come in. And he hit Jaden Lloyd pretty good and knocked him to the floor.
Yeah, it's a little late on the read. You know, he's got to anticipate that, and he was a little late and knocked over Reed with an easy foul.
Second foul on Carson Connick, and that is the 4th team foul on Lincoln. Next foul on Lincoln this quarter, and Belleville shooting. They lob it inside to Lloyd. Edwards, Salmon left-handed 3 up, no good. Ball on the floor. Oh, and somebody got hit pretty hard.
Yeah, Brody
got knocked to the floor.
Yeah. Man, that's good hustle there. You know, Brody got in there. We had a couple other guys. I think Horn was in there battling. Comnick maybe also. And the guys are doing, like we talked about earlier, a much better job of locating a body and getting them on their backside and then going after the ball.
1.7 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Lincoln going to have to get back and help out getting the basketball. In the corner, Miller now has numbers, gets it ahead to Connick. Connick quickly up the floor, stopped at the 3-point line. He's going to pull it back out to Miller. Out front, Tungate. Brody, left-handed dribble. Now goes to the right hand, goes right wing, Smith. Smith out front, Horn. Left side, Tungate. Almost had to clear out there for him. Gets it to Miller. Miller out front, Horn. Smith, they go around the center, go around the circle. Hand off, Tungate. Tungate, 9.8 seconds on the shot, on the clock. Ball thrown away, and Lincoln threw the ball away. And is Miller going to get called for the foul? Ball's out of bounds. Let's see. Yep.
And there's, you talked about the no bonus. Here it is, right as 3 seconds. You know, the bad part is we don't get a shot, and then we give them free throws here.
Ricky Salmon III going to go to free throw line. Up and left-handed. Everybody on his team left-handed? I mean, geez, I've never seen so many left-handed guys on a team in my life.
That or this one shoots a lot.
Salmon made the first of 2 free throws. That closes the gap to 10. Second one up and good. Got them both. Lincoln with 3.2 seconds to get the ball up the floor and get a shot off. Tungate bounced into, he did travel the basketball, and a 60-footer doesn't go in, and they say that's the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3, it's Lincoln 29, Belleville West 20. We'll send it back to the WLCN studios for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Railer Basketball on 96.3 FM.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Quarter number 4, the last 8 minutes of this basketball game about to begin. Lincoln up 29-20. Carson Comnick leads Lincoln with 11. Gabe Smith has 10. Nobody from Belleville is in double figures yet. Lincoln has out-rebounded them 18-17. Great effort by the Rails players here tonight.
Yeah, going to have to keep it going. It's going to be a tough quarter. You know Belleville West going to pull up that pressure.
Comnick, left wing, looking for somebody. Smith on the pop-out. Hayes back in the basketball game for Lincoln with 3 fouls. Smith, they go to Hayes. Hayes, top of the circle against Jones. Hayes, almost double-teamed, gets to Miller. Miller to Smith. They're looking inside. Hayes posted up, and Edwards came around him and fouled him. Julius Edwards, that is his 3rd. They get into Hayes. Hayes around Jones, layup, missed it, gets his own rebound. Hayes again inside, hook shot, no good. Rebound Belleville. Gage comes out of there with it. Edwards quickly up the floor in the corner. Salmon, left-handed 3, air ball. Rebound, Gabe Smith. Gabe quickly up the floor, across the timeline. Gabe, the kick in the corner and threw the ball out of bounds. Through Miller's hands. And sloppy play to start here the 4th quarter.
Oh, you're right. Miss a layup. And then you get a stop here on this end and come down and throw it away. So you kind of went from a 2, possibly 4-0 swing real fast, which when you're up 9 and in the 4th quarter, man, a lot of these possessions really count.
And this, Josh, this is where the shot clock really does come into play, because even if you have a lead, you know how it is. The old days, it's, hey, we're shooting layups or free throws.
Right.
That's it.
There's more possessions.
Right.
Now.
It doesn't come into play until maybe about the last minute of the ball game. They go inside. Lloyd nearly traveled the basketball, and Smith went up to block it and fouled him.
Yeah, good foul by Smith. He got him with the body. Might have been clean up top, but there was some body contact underneath, and hopefully a good foul. We'll send the big guy to the free throw line for the Maroons. Lloyd, 6'5", junior, makes the first one. Oh, sophomore. I'm sorry, sophomore.
Jaden Lloyd, the 6'5" sophomore out of Belleville. 6'5", 195. Missed the second one. Smith, ball on the floor, couldn't get the basketball. Hayes, ball squirts out of his hands, and it goes to Belleville. Hankins to May. In the corner, Hankins. They're looking inside. Lloyd posted up. They go to Edwards. Edwards out on the wing. Got it up. No good. Rebound. Brody Tungate, and Tungate nearly had the ball knocked away from him. Gets it to Hayes. Hayes, cross-court Miller. Miller, down to volleyball line, out at the center circle. Miller in the forecourt. Lincoln resetting their offense. Nice little spin move by Miller. And the foul, and I think it's going to go against Hayes. Hayes trying to get position, I think knocked Hankins down. Let's see. It is on Drew Hayes, and that is his fourth. Drew Hayes going to have to sit down.
Might have been some acting going on there. I didn't see it, but I mean, he hit the floor hard, and I think sometimes the referee sees the aftermath of what happened.
Hankins going to drive it in the lane over Komnick, up, no good. Ball on the floor still. And let's see, they're going to call a jump ball. If they do, it's Belleville's basketball on the alternating possession. A lot of bodies on the floor. Good hustle by both teams.
Alternating possession will go to Belleville West.
So with 6:22 to go here in the fourth quarter, Lincoln with an 8-point lead, 29-21 over Belleville West. Neither team scorching the nets tonight. Salmon goes way out front to Hankins. May in the corner, back out front, Edwards to Hankins. They go inside Lloyd, 10-foot turnaround in the lane. They round it out, no good. Rebound, ball on the floor. Miller had nice position. Ball knocked away from him, and Tungate comes out of there with it. Tungate quickly up the floor. Man on him, gets it to Smith. In the corner, Komnick. Out front, Miller. Komnick. Sorry, that was Horn. Horn in the corner again. Horn back out front. They're running the weave. Out front, ball's batted away, and it's batted away. And here comes Belleville the other way. May, layup time, got it. Here's the pressure you talked about. Miller across the timeline. Now needs to settle everybody down. Gets it in the corner, Horn. Out front, Komnick. Komnick going to drive in and gets fouled by Edwards.
Yeah, just the second team foul on Belleville West now, so they've got a few. I know it's only 5 minutes and 30, but boy, if you're the Railers, you'd love to get them in, or we'd love to get in that bonus where we can get to the free throw line. And coach is going to take a gamble here, and he's going to have 4 fouls. Drew Hayes is coming in with his 4th, and he's got to really be smart here.
Again, Frank Sanders not playing tonight. They go into Hayes. Hayes just outside the three-point arc to Miller. Miller out front, Hayes. Lincoln spreading the floor just a little bit, looking for the cutter. Hayes picks up his dribble, right wing Miller. Miller around the Hayes pick and got fouled, I believe, by May on the reach around. And that'll be 3 on Belleville West here in the fourth. Miller to inbounds. Miller looking. Gets into Hayes. Hayes got pushed in the back by Lloyd. No call, and Neal wanted the call there. He's barking at the official.
Yeah, let's get some movement here.
Miller out front. Komnick to Cutter. Komnick left-handed up and no good, but he drew the foul. Carson Komnick hit the wall pretty good outside of the pad, and teammates go to pick him up. Jaden Lloyd with the foul. That is his 3rd, but that is the 4th on Belleville West.
I was just talking about we were a long way from the bonus, and just about a minute later, we're talking about we're real close now.
Komnick first went up and good. Hey, I got news for you. I was watching the clock. It's 26 seconds since you said that. Hayes going to take a seat. Horn back in the basketball game. Some creative substitutions going on this Lincoln sideline. Second one, Komnick up and rolled across the iron, did everything but go in. 30-23.
Yeah, trying to keep Hayes off the defensive end, but on the offensive end, and that becomes tricky.
Salmon out front, May. Salmon. They go into corner, Gage. Back out front, Salmon. Salmon to May.
Boy, it looks like they're really trying to get it into the big guy there, Lloyd, and they haven't been able to.
Hankins left-handed 3 off the right wing, and Carson Komnick with a great box out and a great rebound. 4:42 to go here in the basketball game. Miller, right wing, Smith. Smith had the lane, stopped, goes inside Komnick. Komnick blocked from behind, and Lloyd's going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, good pass. Good pass by Smith, and a good cut by Carson. Just staying active, just more active here tonight than he was on Monday. Getting a chance, some opportunities to make something happen, and he's going to get to the free throw line for 2 more. Komnick, I think, 2 of 3 from the free throw line here tonight.
Carson Komnick up and no good. Back of the iron. 4:34 to go in a basketball game. Jaden Lloyd did not sit down. He has 4 fouls. for Belleville West. Second one, Connick got the second of two. 31-23, the Lincoln lead. Jones back in the basketball game for Lloyd.
Boy, they took Lloyd out, which is the guy they've been going to, Jay. I mean, not sure you have to have a break at this.
Hankins drove on Horn, and Horn's going to get called for the foul. Second foul on Blake Horn, just 3 on the rail splitters, so Belleville not in that bonus yet. Edwards, May, they go to Salmon, a long 3, no good, ball on the floor, and somebody went to the floor. Jones went to the floor. Who's the foul on? Carson Connick with the foul on Jones. That'll be 3 on Carson Connick, and that is the 4th on Lincoln. So Belleville will be shooting the double bonus next time. May, 3 out of the corner, got it. 31-26, the Lincoln lead. Connick up the floor, left-handed dribble, goes in the lane, stops. Connick looking for help, and a timeout taken by Lincoln. Is a 30-second timeout, so let's keep it right here, Josh. 31-26, still half of the quarter to go, and Belleville West able to get a 3 down to cut into that lead significantly.
Yeah, and really just on an out-of-bounds play, that can't happen. I mean, it's a cross-court pass all the way here in the corner, and he gets a wide open, but it was enough time for him to shoot it and line it up, and those are one of the things that can't happen coming out of an out-of-bounds. At least make him run some time off and get a shot. But yeah, the Railers are getting some opportunities on our end, but we're kind of falling asleep here on defense.
So let's see if Drew Hayes is going to come back in the basketball game. Yep, Drew Hayes back in the basketball game for Lincoln.
Well, it's about that time, I think, with 4 fouls in it for halfway through the 4th, and we've been playing for a while without him now, so hopefully Drew can stay out of that 5th foul and stay on the court here for us.
You just hope he can get a body on the Jones kid and keep him off the boards. Tungate across the timeline, left-handed dribble, good cut to Hayes. Hayes, a great fake up and good! Drew Hayes, a smart play, lays it up and in.
Yeah, good pass there by Brody too. It led him perfectly. Hayes wasn't open all that much, and Brody kind of did the quarterback thing where you throw it to a spot, and Hayes went and got it.
Lincoln up 33-26, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Belleville, they throw the bounce pass, ball knocked out of bounds by Horn. 3:31 to go here in the ball game. Belleville will have the ball in front of their own bench as Lloyd comes back in the basketball game for Jones.
Yeah, I was going to say, that probably not going to last long with Lloyd over on the bench.
But Miller comes in for Hayes.
Yeah, Hayes is going to check out with those 4 fouls. I think you're getting close to that time where you just got to test your luck and hopefully your experienced senior can stay out of foul trouble for the last couple minutes and keep him out there.
May nearly threw the ball away. Salmon went up and got it. Shortest guy on the floor. Gets it out front, May. May, 3 on the way. Nearly banked it in. Rebound by Gabe Smith. Good board by Smith. Smith in the backcourt gets it to Miller. Miller across the timeline. Nearly lost the basketball and did throw it away. Here comes Hankins the other way. Stutter step. Jams it home. Hankins with the slam makes it 33-28. 2:52 to go here in the basketball game. Connick across the timeline to Horn. Horn in the corner. Miller. Lloyd on him. Miller drove. Lloyd fouled him, and that will be all, I believe, for Lloyd.
Yeah, 5 fouls on Lloyd and 5 on the Maroons now. So big free throws here for the senior Miller. As we're up 5 points with 2:42 left, Lloyd's going to take a seat with his 5th foul. And more importantly, we're going to line for 2 free throws from here on out.
And Drew Hayes is coming back in.
Yeah, and I think you keep him in there from now on.
Cameron Lowry came in for the Maroons. Miller, first one up and no good. Back of the iron.
The Railers tonight haven't shot many. That's 5 of 8 from the line.
Second one for Miller, up and back in the iron, no good, and Smith nearly fouled from behind, tapped the ball away, and Belleville comes out of there with it. Salmon in the backcourt against the Lincoln pressure, still dribbling, gets it to Lowry. Lowry gets it across. What's the call here? Was it 10 seconds? Wow, a 10-second call. And you're right, looking at the shot clock, that's exactly correct.
I've watched the officials with the 10-second call. They don't have to do the hand, but I wonder who watches that shot clock now. Because the guy watching the ball, if he gets fouled, can't be one guy watching the clock. So I'm curious to ask who actually watches the clock and monitors that 10-second call.
Some of my official friends have talked about that. They're not doing the 10-second count, they're simply watching the clock. And Belleville steals the ball. Salmon throws up a wild shot. He was laying out of bounds when the ball hit him on the leg off the shot. It's going to go back Lincoln's way. 2:24 to go in a basketball game. Lincoln, the length of the floor to go. Drew Hayes will have it to take it out of bounds. Substitution for Belleville West as Jones comes back in for Lowry. Hayes to inbounds. Gets it into Tungate. Tungate in the backcourt. Tungate now going to get double teamed, in a little bit of trouble. Tungate needs some help, gets it to Hayes. Hayes across the timeline and knocked out of bounds by Hankins. Josh, I think you probably would have rather seen Drew just dribble across the half-court line.
He didn't have to pass it. We had plenty of time.
I think if he does, he draws Hankins up to him.
Yeah, we're passing the ball sometimes when we're not needed to.
Hayes inbounds in front of the Lincoln bench, gets it into Komnick. Komnick out front, 24 on the shot clock. Komnick.
Make him foul you.
Komnick in trouble, gets it to Hayes. Hayes to Smith. Smith going to drive it in. Layup time. No! Rebound. Horn went for it, and I think he committed a foul. Let's see. That ball hung up there and fell off the rim.
Now 2 free throws for Belleville now, too.
And the foul on Blake Horn. That's 3 on Blake Horn. And coming the other way, let's see who they have shooting a free throw. It'll be Micah May. 2:02 to go in a basketball game. The Lincoln lead is 33-28. Micah May at the free throw line. 6-foot junior, missed it.
Scored 10 points in the second half, Jay. Neither team very well. Belleville with just 17, but the Railers only 10 points in the second half.
Second one by May, got it to roll home. And here comes Lincoln the other way with a 4-point lead. They get it into Komnick. Komnick, the cross-court pass. Tungate. Tungate across the timeline, and he's getting banged. No call. Out front, Horn. Horn to Tungate. Tungate, Smith. Minute 45 to go. Hayes out front. 3, top of the key. No, and it hit the shot clock as it bounced off the iron. A minute 40 to go. Lincoln a 4-point lead. Hayes had a wide open 3, top of the key. Couldn't get it to go down. And the ball will go Belleville's way. Salmon, cross court to May. They're now in the front court. May, they're looking for Hankins. May out front. Lincoln protecting the middle. Out front, Edwards. Edwards goes in the corner, Salmon. Salmon back out front, Edwards. May. May going to drive in. May nearly traveled the basketball. May in trouble, and a timeout taken by Belleville, I think. Yep, a full timeout is taken by Belleville. Let's send it to the WLCN studios for a 1-minute timeout. We come, take that back. Let's hold it right here. Let's hold it right here because it looks like it may only be a 30-second timeout. Nobody's sitting on the bench. Josh, this is crunch time here for the Railers and the Maroons, and neither team right now can hold the ball for very long because you still have a minute 14 left on the clock.
Yeah, the Railers got to buckle down on defense here and try to get this stop and a rebound. And then you've got to think, you know, that the the shot clock thing adjusts the way coaches think too. You know, you don't have to foul right away if you've got a chance in possessions, enough possessions in the clock, in the time to get back into it. So I don't think you have to foul near as quickly as you would if the shot clock was not running. So a thought for Belleville West, but first things first, the Railers got to get a stop here, and we've not been good when they've taken the ball out of bounds underneath. We gave up that 3 here earlier, so the Railers got to pay attention on this side right in front of us.
And that's the thing, if you're Alex Schobert, do you go for a quick hitter here because you only got 10 seconds left on the shot clock?
Yeah, I think he's going to take anything he can get. Looks like they'll probably screen across here with the big guy. That's what they've done at Costin. I think they sneaked 10 down here in the corner.
There goes Hankins into the corner. They're going to go out front, Salmon. Edwards, Salmon, they try to go inside to May. Ball batted away, and Horn comes out of there with it. Blake Horn. Horn in the backcourt, gets it across to Hayes. Drew going to dribble against Jones across the timeline. Jones banging him out front, gets it to Smith. 58 seconds to go, 24 on the shot clock. Lincoln cannot hold it the rest of the way.
Boy, if you scouted, I think if you scouted the Railers too, you know who to.
Oh, and May knocks Smith to the floor.
I was going to say, you probably know who to foul. You're going to go after Hayes out on the court right now. Go after Hayes about the free throw. But they fouled Smith on blasted through the handoff or the screen.
Gabe Smith, 6'2" senior to free throw line. Number 3 up and it rolled home. Oh my. That's 11 for Gabe. Lincoln lead 5. 50.8 on the clock. Second one for number 3. Got them both rolled home.
Right. And
the Lincoln lead is 6. The 2-possession game.
Yeah, stopping a rebound here.
May against Smith. Don't need a foul out front. Salmon. Edwards. Hankins tried to draw the foul from Smith. Didn't get the call. They go into corner May. May, I think, is fouled by Horn.
Again, stop the clock, give the Belleville West a chance to get some points from the free throw line now.
32.8 on the clock. The shot clock is off. Lincoln with a 6-point lead. And Micah May, the 6-foot junior, going to go to the free throw line for Belleville. First one up and got it. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And May should be their first player in double figures this evening. Yeah, he's got 10.
Yeah, he's 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. You're right. He's really the only guy even close.
Second one for May. Short. Rebound. Horn gets it out of there. Gets it to Smith. Gabe going to dribble up the floor against May. Gabe. Ball knocked out of bounds. Oh, and Lincoln says a Belleville West player touched it, but the refs say it went off of Smith. Wow. 26.2 on the clock. Lincoln got what they wanted there, a rebound off of a missed free throw. And Gabe Smith simply lost it getting across half court. They go inside. Hankins in the corner. Edwards back out front. Salmon, the pass to Hankins. 3 on the way. Good. 35-33. Lincoln will have the basketball. Length of the floor to go. 13.8 seconds to go. Let's keep it right here. Both teams around their respective coaches, and Josh.
We just can't put the nail in the coffin. You know what I mean? We're just not making plays, handling the ball, value in possessions to win games. And this should not be this close when we're battling our butt off with a 2-point game here. And you got to get the ball in bounds now. And this the way the Maroons can put some pressure on you. And we've not done a very good job of getting it in a few times here tonight. They're gonna pressure the heck out of you, and they don't care if they foul you because they want you to go to the line. So the Railers are going to have to be smart with the ball and move here and go get the basketball and be strong with it.
Drew Hayes to inbound under the Belleville basket. Again, 13.8 seconds to go. Lincoln lead 2, 35-33. They get it to Connick. Connick immediately fouled by May. 12.4 seconds on the clock. Micah May's 4th foul. Carson Connick, the 6'3" junior, will go to the free throw line for Lincoln. Up and good. Carson got the first one. Connick with 14 on the evening. Second one, got them both. Two big free throws by Carson Connick.
Yeah, big stop here. Don't foul on the three-point shot and then go get the rebound.
Long three out front by Edwards, nearly banked it in. Connick skied for the board. Salmon throws up a long three. No good. Rebound on the floor and coming out with Lincoln. And that is a win for the home team, Lincoln Railers, sponsored by Heartland Community College, Lincoln's hometown Hawks program. 37-33, the final score here from Roy S. Anderson. Let's send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout. When Josh and I come back, we will have the Growl Incorporated postgame show. You've been listening to Lincoln Railer basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Welcome back to a victorious Coach Neil Alexander court here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, where the Railers win it tonight, 37-33. We'll run down the scoring. The Railers improved to 1-1 on the season, and Belleville West falls to 1-1 on the year. First for Belleville West, they were led by Nicholas Hankins Jr. Hankins Jr. with 11, Micah May with 10, 4 points for Isaac Jones, 3 for Julius Edwards, 2 points apiece for Cameron Lowry and Ricky Salmon III, and 1 point for Jaden Lloyd. The Railers were led tonight by the junior Carson Comnick. Comnick with 15 on the night, 12 for Gabe Smith, 5 points for Drew Hayes, Brady Miller with 3, and Brody Tungate with 2 points to round out the 37 for the Railers. Again, the Railers win it here 37-33. Kick it back to the studios for a quick break. You're in the Ground Incorporated postgame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Darrett Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Darrett Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
A very happy Railer Nation. Most of them have filed out of here, headed for the parking lots. Probably got their car radios on.
Yep.
As Lincoln wins at 37-33 over Belleville West. And Josh, I learned everything I know about basketball from probably Bob Knight in Indiana. And Coach Knight used to talk about not being in position, but putting yourself in position to be in a position to do something. And I think Lincoln did that tonight by beating Belleville West, because that makes you and Belleville West now 1-1 in that pool. And if you get a little help from Belleville West tomorrow night, or Friday night, if they can knock off Centennial and you can beat Danville, you put yourself into a pretty good spot considering you started off the tournament 0-1.
Yeah, you're right. And we did enough to win. It wasn't pretty by any means for most of the game. You know, we were ahead there at 12, I think, at half, and they crept it close, and they hit enough threes, and we kind of made some dumb mistakes at some points during the game, which weren't needed. But we hit some timely shots. We got a couple layups, a couple free throws to go down to get enough. But there's a lot of things to clean up. I'm not sure that this game should have been that close. We talked about it at half that we're not a good team, or have not. We used to be. I mean, I thought in years past, several years ago, and even before that, we used to come out and really hammer people in the third quarter and put things away and win by 20, 25. And for whatever reason, in the last couple of years, we've not been very good at that. And I think that's something that's a cause of concern, that you let teams back in it after halftime, and we rarely have seems like a blowout anymore.
No, and you go 13 of 32 from the floor. That's not great, but you go 2 of 13 from the three-point line.
Yeah.
And that is uncharacteristic of most Railer teams that we've seen here during the Neil Alexander era. The kicker is that we know some of these kids can shoot the three-pointers, because if they couldn't, Coach wouldn't be letting them shoot the three-pointers.
Right, yeah, and that'll come. I think Miller will get him to go down. I think Carson will get him to go down. He's not hit one yet. We as you said, we've got some shooters. Hayes is going to be up there with his percentage, but you're right. We've not hit. I think what we hit again tonight. tonight, too.
2 of 13.
Yeah, 2. We hit 2 last night, or on Monday. So, 4 in 2 games is not very much for a Lincoln basketball team. But then, I always tell Carson, like, hey, if you're not in that, you got to do something different. Get to the basket and make some free throws or drive to the hoop or make something happen for someone else. And I thought we did a little bit better job of that tonight with creating for others, and we had some more drives by some different people tonight, and which helped.
And then I think, Josh, is one thing you can point to and say the kids just didn't settle for the three-pointers.
Right.
There were drives that they made, especially in the first half, of getting to the basket, getting some layups, and getting some looks there.
Yeah, we did, and we finished tonight, too. I thought we did a good job. We didn't have too many layups that we couldn't get to go down. But again, I think the shooting comes, and we talked about a little bit different ball, but you can't go back at that very often very much because the Clark guys sure liked the basketball on Monday, too. So, more practice and some more shooting, and I think that's kind of becomes contagious as somebody hits one. Hopefully the rest of the guys can catch on as well.
Coach Al has made the long trek up Mount Everest to our broadcast location to join us here on the post-game show. And good evening, Coach. And Josh and I talked about it. It wasn't pretty, but it's a W.
It is. Really happy the first half. We made some adjustments with our defense. The kids executed, and it was pretty good. We rebounded really hard tonight. Second half, I didn't think we played with a lot of savvy out there and made a lot of silly things happen, and that's why you play. We're going to get better. If we could play 32 minutes like we played the first 16, we'd be in great shape.
We talked about that, and I thought your kids did a really good job for the most part the entire game, and maybe not as much in the second half, but getting a body on somebody when a shot went up and fighting for the rebound. It looked like there was a lot of intensity to fight for rebounds and get the basketball off the boards tonight.
Yeah, we rebounded really hard. We pushed them out a little bit. They shot the ball exceptionally well, I thought, Monday, and we were really worried about that. And what we did was we just kind of drew our defense back in, but yet took a step and forced them out. Instead of being on the line at 20 feet, we wanted them to shoot from 23, 24 feet. And it seemed to work till we got tired in the second half and we weren't dropping to cover the middle. But I tell you, our kids played exceptionally hard. I can't complain about that.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. I thought the effort was a lot better. I just thought the aggressiveness was more tonight than we had on Monday as far as getting to the hole. Again, Gabe with another nice game, getting to the basket. Hayes with his normal floor general type of game. But I thought he passed up some baskets he could have had, too. And just 5 points for Hayes, but he had some drives. He could have gotten right to the rim and score.
We got to score them. Those have to be scored. And, that's no-brainer. And, we make a couple that we missed there. That's 4 points. I think Gabe missed a really strong layup right here that rolled off. And we just we got to make things happen. And we got to make the shots that we get because we're trying to get them good shots, but you got to make them when you're there.
Yeah, struggling from the three-point line. Everybody, 2 of 13 tonight, just 2 of, I don't know what it was, 14 or so on Monday, 4 makes. And I think that'll come. We've got some guys that can shoot it down, which really would open up a lot of things, not only personally for that player being able to get by his guy, but opens up that lane a little bit more too.
Yeah, if we can make them, but we're going to keep shooting and keep playing the way we are. And we say if we can hold people under 40 points, we got a chance. And 37, 33.
I'd like to get more than 41 though on the offense.
I'd like to get about 50. If we can get 50, we're in great shape.
Yeah, and really, Jay and I talked about it the last couple of years. We've struggled coming out of halftime. We would have a 12-point lead, and it seems like we could never figure out that way to put the nail in the coffin.
You got to know they're going to come out.
Yeah.
And we just kind of think the game's over or whatever, and we got to do a better job of it.
In the first half, early on in the basketball game, their big kids seem to get into the middle or behind your defense and were able to get a couple of easy buckets. And then it looked like either you made an adjustment or the kids did, and they really worked hard to stop that easy entry pass into the lane and into the middle and kept it kind of outside of the lane.
Well, number 11 went to the middle, and he's our best athlete, and he was looking high-low all night. And he got a couple early, and we had to make sure that we kept the ball out of the middle. And we did for the most part of the first half. And then the second half, we got lazy. We had 2 guys out on the ball where we went 1 out, 2 or 4 guys in, and our hands got lazy. Our defense is so much better when we got our hands up and spread out. It makes us a lot bigger, takes up more space, and we have to play with that intensity.
You go 9 of 13 from the free throw line. Much better free throw shooting tonight than there was Monday night, because 10 of 20, he and I talked about this, 10 of 24 from the free throw line on Monday night. That's the first time in 2 years the Lincoln teams have shot more than 20 free throws during a basketball game. And if you make 5 more of those free throws, you go 15 of 24 from the line, you probably win the basketball game.
No doubt. You got to make them. And but next day I just told them, I said, guys, I'm not yelling. You can't yell at them. You can't yell at anybody missing free throws. But what they got to do is get in. They don't take it serious when we come in the morning, and I just point blank told them, you got to come in, you got to work on your release. The release has got to be the same. The arch has got to be the same. Every one of you, your shots are totally different when you shoot free throws. And that's why you have repetition on the free throw line, is to be able to develop the proper release. It's released at the same point every time, and it has the same amount of arch on it every time. And if they can do that, I guarantee you they'll be better free throw shooters.
You talked about the basketball Monday night being very slick, the new balls that they're using. Are the kids still having an issue with the slickness of the basketball? There were times I saw a few times both sides, it just like it would slip through their hands.
It's just a bad ball. That's all I'm going to say. It's just a bad ball. I don't care if it's broke in or not. You listen to it, it sounds like a playground ball, a Voight playground ball that's you use out on the asphalt. Yeah. So that's...
Well, let's get it changed by Christmas. Coach, one guy not in the lineup, not in uniform tonight, Frank Sanders. Give her a little update on Frank.
Well, I don't really know how long he's out. He's got something with a knee that's really painful when he's got to play defense. Right. So when he gets down in the stance, he's got a lot of pain in it. So trainer Matt's working on him and trying to get him back as soon as we can. It's basically day by day. Whenever Matt says that he can go, we'll take and get him out there. So
I thought you did a good job tonight. You end up picking up a victory. It kind of puts you in a better position as far as your pool of the tournament goes, because now you're 1-1. You bring Belleville West back to you. They're now 1-1. You get a little help from Belleville West Friday night against Centennial, and everybody, most everybody's got at least one loss in your pool if you can beat Danville on Friday night.
Yeah, it'll be a 3-way tie. We won't win that one because it's on free throw percentage.
I was going to say, it might be.
Usually we shoot free throws pretty darn good.
You think the AD or the guy that ran the tournament would get a different
change the rules.
different tiebreaker.
Well, Coach, are you ready for Thanksgiving?
I'm ready. This makes it even better. We can enjoy it. And
I told Josh I was all for letting college kids have Thanksgiving off, and I'm sure that you will see Greg on Jeff on Thanksgiving Day. But it's nice to have that Illinois-Arkansas basketball game on Thanksgiving Day. Well, hey, I don't know. Maybe he's going to the game. How do I?
You're going to take a quick trip.
Yeah.
No, we got everybody else coming over. So we'll watch the game. And is the Bears on before?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
We could eat during the game and watch the Illinois game.
I was hoping the Steelers would be on.
Well, Coach, you pick up a 37-33 victory. Pretty good defense. I mean, you gave up 48 in the first game against Centennial, but that kid Clark scored over half their points from beyond the sun, really, with the shots he was making. Tonight, you give up 33 to a pretty good Belleville West team. Your defense, pretty good so far this year?
It's been good. We made a major adjustment. Monday we were real aggressive. We extended it. We left a lot of holes in it, and we kind of moved it back in, and I don't know why we try to play it that way. We usually start out the year that way to see if we can put that amount of pressure on, but we backed it down, and it helped us out, and I'm kind of mad at myself that we didn't start that way.
We were wondering, we saw Frank in street clothes, and we were wondering who would come in for Frank and how you would adjust the defense. You put Blake Horn at the back of the defense, and he's not as big as Frank, but I thought he played a whale of a basketball game back there fighting. He fought for everything.
He was fundamentally, he got after it and blocks out really well. He played a great game. He was an important part.
Keeping Gabe Smith out front with the other guards gives you a lot of quickness out front.
Well, Gabe, when Gabe wants to lock you down, he can do a pretty good job of it. He's got quick feet and quick hands, and we like to get him out and hopefully get some easy scores out of him. And we like our both wings to be able to do that. So, if you can't get out and down the floor if you don't rebound. So, I thought tonight we rebounded pretty well.
All right,
have a good Thanksgiving.
Yes, have a good Thanksgiving. Thanks for coming up and joining us on the post-game show. You moved the Belleville Altoff Mount Zion game to 3 o'clock on Friday, I believe, to let them. And Josh and I talked about that. Have we ever had a Thanksgiving tournament where you got two teams playing for a football state championship?
No, never. So we tried to accommodate both teams. We made calls to both of them to see what their feelings were, and both of them agreed that 3 o'clock would be a fair time. Well, it was the best time out of the times that we had, with one playing at 10 a.m. and the other at 7. So the first team can go play, come to the game. The second team at 7 can come to here and then go to the game. It's only, 45 minutes up the road. So we wish them both the luck. It's pretty cool that we got, and they're the two that are playing each other Friday. Yeah. They're playing each other here.
Yeah, and they've got kids. They've got, what'd you say, their running back is also one of their best basketball players?
Yeah, he was last year.
Yeah, and he has not played in the tournament, right?
No.
And then you've got J.C. Anderson, the big kid from Mount Zion, who is sitting out, and the Trimble kid, I think, is not playing ball at all this year.
He's not playing. He's planning on graduating and going to school and start school at the semester, and it's pretty cool. I mean, they're pretty good. The Hill kid from Altoff is going to Oregon.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad place to go.
No.
And
not at all. He's
staying and play. He wants to play basketball, so he is staying, and he wants to have a senior year, and he can. He makes them real good.
Yeah.
And then the coach's son's about 6'6", and he's an offensive lineman, but he takes up space in the lane there. You're not going to move him.
So it'll be Mount Zion and Belleville Altoff at 3 o'clock on Friday, then 4:30 Cahokia Springfield, 6:15 Centennial and West, and 7:45 the Rail Splitters against Danville, hoping to go 2-1 in the tournament against the Danville team that right now is 0-2, but took Centennial to overtime last night.
Yeah. That would have been a big one, and then if we won tonight, and then Belleville West could have beat them, we could have won the pool, but didn't work that way. You give them away. You got to live with what you did.
Yep, go get one Friday.
Yep. Thanks for joining us, Coach, on the post-game show. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
The same to you, and happy Thanksgiving to our Railer fans. So, Railer Nation, enjoy the day tomorrow.
Neil Alexander on the post-game show. Joshua, you got anything, words of wisdom you want to add here before we go?
No, let's hope the Bears get a W and the Illini get a W tomorrow, and have some good time with friends and family, and then be ready to go back on Friday.
Boy, I tell you what, if the Bears and the Illinois both won tomorrow, it would be a happy day, wouldn't it?
That'd be a happy Thanksgiving.
That would be a happy Thanksgiving. So, for my broadcast partner, Josh Komnick, for the absent Scott Kirby. Scott, we need you back here at Roy S. Anderson on Friday night, because I got girls to get back on track Friday over in Morton at 5 p.m., and then it'll be the boys at 7:45 against Danville here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. For Jolie Lurcher, keeping us honest, working the board back at the studio. For Lloyd Kirby, who engineered a mess of snakes here on our board here this evening, but got us on the air and on the YouTube channel. We appreciate that. Lincoln wins at 37-33 here at Roy S. Anderson. We want to thank all of our sponsors. Thank all of you listeners here tonight. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Good night, and thanks for listening.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball. WLCN's live stream coverage is sponsored by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Dara Entwistle, Independent Health Insurance Agent advocating for you, your family, and your company. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Unlock the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank and save money on the things you're already paying for. Open your account today in branch or online at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located at 616 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-605-0171. Emo's Cafe, Lincoln's family restaurant. Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Simply Traveled Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum Amy Wiggers-Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, generational travel, Disney, all things cruises, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Traveled is so much more than cruises. Call Amy at 615-961-6474 or go online to simply-traveled.com. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Dara Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Dara Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online. Follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.